For example, suppose you have loan in a debt. Would you borrow money and make debt more complicated? Manage somehow without borrowing. Otherwise your debt is there. Continue. Whatever is owned must be. Even if we leave that burden on our children, then we are like any. What does Chanakya Pandit say? Rina karta pita shatru mata shatru vyabhicharini rupavati bharya shatru putra shatru apandita. There are 4 enemies in a house. If the father lives as a debtor and put the debt as a burden on the family, then family will hate him. Very rare. A Vaishnava. What?
See, both saying, I didn't quite catch that.
In that, you have overboarded the burden of borrowing money and borrowing. But then, if he dies, indebted, so who is supposed to pay off your debts? You leave on your children to do that? They will hate you. So you are acting like an enemy of the family. That's easy to catch. It's not glorious. You can't escape the burden of indebtedness. The best indebtedness, if we understand that we are indebted to Lord Shri Krishna. He has given us so many chances in 8.4 million species of life. And we borrowed from him and we never paid up anything. So in human form of life, this is the only chance. That if you think you are indebted to Lord Shri Krishna, then whatever you might have to face, just thank Krishna. Otherwise you own him too much. All our lives we did on our own whimsical desire. We never try to fulfill Krishna's desire. This is the only life we are now taught, that if you want to get success, Krishna will disregard 8.4 million species that you have been indebted to. But pay off. Start paying. How do you start paying? Rupa Goswami says 50-50. That also people don't understand. Do you agree with Rupa Goswami? Yes? Because it's Rupa Goswami saying. So many devotees are saying, Maharaj, how is it? Our Swami Narayan says only 10%. You are saying 50-50? They are better. Let me join Swami Narayan. Yeah, people know that. But they don't understand what does 50-50 means. Are you in business? Yes, a little bit. Who is in business? Raise your hand. Yeah, we have to understand this. Right? Otherwise, Swami, why should he lie? He could have asked, Krishna has asked 100%. Rupa Goswami says 50%. They are not contradicting. method. 1 minus 1 is equal to also 1. Alright? Oh, now you got 1 plus 1 is equal to 1, 1 minus 1 is equal to 1, 1 multiplied by 1 is equal to 1, and 1 divided by is equal to 1. 1 multiplied by 1 is 1. If you agree, and 1 divided by 1 is also you agree, then why not 1 plus 1 is equal to 1? Why not 1 minus 1 is equal to 1? Spiritual mathematics. Because Krishna is 1 and every zeros are in. So zeros individually do not have any value. Because 1 is there and after it zeros are, then the value will be more. But in spiritual mathematics, we are told like this. Because Krishna is the only one existing and everybody else is embedded in him. Etanya bhutanya shetani drakshas atmanya somaya. All these living entities are but my part and parcel. They are within me and they are mine. That is Puranam. Puranam is not 0. Puranam is 1. So, in Krishna's eyes, in spiritual vision, if you are united with Krishna, you do not lose your identity, but you are one in quality, one in desire, one in happiness. So 1 plus 1 is equal to 1. And 1 minus 1 is equal to 1. How? Krishna is expanding, and all his expansions are lesser than him. Until the Paramatma level is the most minute expansion that exists between the atoms and in the atoms. Andantarastha paramanu chayantarastham govindamani. So, if you take out one yourself, there is no big loss. But there is loss in relationship between you and Krishna. And Krishna suffers more than you. Krishna is suffering more than you. Have you ever noticed? Read Bhagavatam. How the journey is going back home, back to God there. Where is it? I lost you. Right. But how many trillions and zillions of souls are, getting away from Krishna? So, if one soul is saved, Krishna becomes very happy. And so many souls will be saved, they become more happy. Our business is to always keep Krishna happy. Regarding ourselves, not to be counted. So 1 minus 1 is still 1. Do not have separate desires. Take Krishna's desire as all in one. That's devotional service. Fulfill it. If we try to fulfill our desires on our own because we think that we are educated and we are in better position than in India and what's not, but then if you want to reject Krishna, what is your gain? So other way around, devotees want to sacrifice their life for Lord Krishna. Why? Because 1 minus 1 still remains 1. So humility is there. We should not count ourselves to be an insignificant contribution. We are but servants of the servant of the servant, the maintainer of the good. What did Chaitanya Mahaprabhu say? Yeah. Kiba Vipra, Kiba Nyasi, Shudra Kananoy, Jai Krishna Tattva say Guru boy. And what is his business? Naham Vipro Chanarapatim Napi Vaishyo Nasudro Naham Varnincha Nagrapatim Manasto Irva Kintu Pratyam Nikhil Paramanandam Gopi What is this Nikhil? Nikhil means what? Not Nikhil Shukla or whatever. Nikhil means what? You know Akhil? What is the difference between Akhil and Nikhil? Akhil means one. Huh? And Nikhil means no, it is also. Because we are all zeros, who will remain? So he's one. Okay? So 1 minus 1 is equal to 1. If you keep 1 as a center and do not count yourself through the humility, it is a true virtue of Vaishnava. Right? So shall we stop? Now let's have question answers.